All right, and we're good. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Buster on the Weekend Hill. I am your host, MC Buster, and this here is my co-host slash best friend, Nalja. What's going on, man? All right, so for thoughts of the day, I'm going to recite a verse from Hebrews 12:14 and say, "Strive for peace with everyone, and for the holiness without which no one will serve the Lord." Amen. All right, so
Amen.
to begin this week right here, about 4 days ago, Jimmy Butler has a talk with Pat Riley, discussing the trade request that he made. Unfortunately, he had reiterated his trade request and saying that he would not sign a new deal with the franchise after his contract is up.
Got to force your
So,
way out of the team somehow. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes to speak on it, but it's just one of those things where you have to be cautious of the decisions you make, especially being that age. You know.
especially when you do want to compete and win.
I say the same thing. It's been some moments where players think that they can get the big hit, and it's about time for Jimmy Butler to get ready to see his first ever. We don't need you. Bye. You owed to me.
Hey, just like that, eh?
I think that's what it's gonna come to. Pat Riley got rid of Dwayne Wade when he didn't want to re-sign him. What you think you're gonna do to Jimmy Butler regardless? Like, I think it's better to bring in younger talent that's gonna give us less lip and more dip. You know what I mean? But
Pretty much.
it's what they resort to.
But most likely with try to rebuild again, pretty much. Just
Yeah,
like
I think that they really can. What you were
if I
saying?
probably can say, oh yeah, if I probably say they can try to rebuild around Tyler Hero, pretty much, and
Yeah, because
hopefully
Bell Mario ain't cutting it.
nah,
And get Eric Spoelstra or some more assistant coaches, because they're not cutting it.
I ain't doing nothing.
Eric only can do so much over there with the Heat, and the Heat is just like it's falling apart every centimeter or whatever metric you could come up with. They're just not cutting it.
Yep. So far, 2 times they have been close to winning the chip, as I had recapped on the last episode. It's just a little bit more pieces, some good side pieces, especially side defenders and everything. But like you said, with Jimmy Butler regressing because of age, it's gonna be once they let him go and his contract and stuff, then they still rebuild for sure. Just like on the Houston Rockets, I gotta give them props for the way that they have been the way they have been playing this season for sure. It's just so after the last season when they when they failed to make the playing tournament, still able to reach 40 plus wins. Right now it seems like they got everything together with especially with the coach and Ime Udoka, and then you got Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, and April and Sengun, doing what they do best.
All right. I'm gonna say Sengun is that guy along with Jalen Green and Fred VanVleet. I was watching a clip recently when they had played the Denver Nuggets and how Russell Westbrook had some comments for Jalen Green. He said, I used to coach you for the AAU and they was clowning him. And Jalen Green getting some lip because he getting that star-studded talent. I mean, props to the man. I ain't in the league, but I understand what he mean. Rivals turn heroes turn rivals, something like that.
The student becomes the teacher. Things of like that, pretty much.
Gotta eventually understand someday somebody is doomed to become better than you.
Yep. I mean, it doesn't mean that it doesn't take away the fact that that of all the accomplishments that he had achieved so far, especially getting his MVP after Durant left that season. But like with Constantine Green, it will take time though. But he is showing like flashes of he can become a great star for on the franchise or so. It's only up
Yeah,
from there.
I'll say that Jalen Green is one of them guys that they did, do good with picking up, but I don't think he's the franchise player along with Apron Şengün. He's injury prone, so it's always still gonna be some missing pieces that they have for the Houston Rockets.
Hmm.
Being in the position that they are, not to question, their management, but I don't think it's gonna hold up in the long run because Jalen Green didn't have nobody even when he was in his first 2 seasons. You took what's the name of my boy from Memphis? Went over there, got traded. Signed.
Stephen
Dylan
Adams
Brooks.
and Stephen Adams had went
Steven-
there and Dylan Brooks.
Yeah. What's his name? Pascal Siakam had got traded along with Fred VanVleet, right? Or am I
He
tripping?
went. He got traded. I think he got
To
traded before
Indiana,
Van Fleet. To the Pacers, and
right?
then that's
You know that
and then that's when. Oh my bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was trying to say that I was aware of as I mentioned about Houston Rockets. I was gonna say I've been seeing Tyrese Halliburton struggle to get his team back on, the right course, especially with their turnovers and all the things that's going on over there. It's like I don't know what to say. They got it or they don't. Some teams are just questionable this year, regardless of the star talent that they have.
Right. It's all, but like we said, last couple of episodes, it all comes down to on the postseason. Being able to embrace that pressure. Cause not everybody is going to get past the first or second round and stuff. Especially
Right.
then with the
Question.
this. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you straight. What you were saying?
I was saying no, not not everybody's going to be able to make the playoffs. Especially with the rise of the play-in tournament. Taking place. Giving those certain teams pretty much another chance to make it.
Yeah, I think they need to do away with that. I think them putting in that is the reason why the ratings are low. And I think that because your team should be able to do good already in the season instead of playing. You know what I mean? That takes away
Right.
from a team who actually won the games that they should have won. And aside a couple of issues, I think they need to be a subject. Do you think the rating is actually affected by the fact that they are trying to implement new things, or for the fact that they're taking away the game, the enjoyment of the game in a sense such as the fouling? People love to see the hand checking. People love to see just regular basketball. We don't want to treat it like it's FIFA World Cup and soccer and shit. You know what I'm saying?
As you know, it's all come. I probably say all comes down to Al Silver, because Al Silver has been letting a lot of things just run over him. He pretty much just letting people just do what they want, especially with all these unnecessary ass texts that these refs be giving out and stuff, and players just putting in half ass effort, especially in the All Star games. And now they got like some kind of in season tournament type of thing with the All Star game. Like with four, what was it like with 4 teams or some shit. I can't describe what it was, but it's something that was added to All-Star game to in order to make players play more harder and more competitive. But
I still
that
think
ain't
it's
gonna.
yeah, I was gonna say it ain't gonna make no difference either. I mean, even when the playoffs was coming last year, we seen where people were having fun, talking trash, but in a relative, like, if you was watching basketball in 2017 and on in the past, the game was more exciting because you actually didn't expect this bench player or that backup player, but you already know, like, we was watching Minnesota versus Dallas. We seen how Ant had one game where he was struggling, then he was struggling with his teams. The chemistry wasn't there. He was there. He was the only player feeling like he was there. You know what I mean? We questioned who the fuck was meant to be paid for, like, Cat. Then you turned around, had it was so much going on, like, to make the playoffs less enjoyable because you see those star players getting the touches. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember one year when what's his name? Sean Livingston, Andre Iguodala, you know them from Golden State, snap.
That's it.
Like when 2014, when the Heat versus Spurs, you had Main Ginobili snap dunking on Chris Bosh. You had I'm just saying, you had all these highlights and films you can go back on and see where the playoffs was much enjoyable. But now in the in-season tournament, the All-Star game is just, it's not as complex. It's like it's becoming very predictable that they want something like that. You know what I mean? Like something soft, something generic. It's not authentic. It doesn't make the game what it was supposed to be. NBA has stood long for a reason. It's bigger than soccer. It's bigger than a lot of other sports like NASCAR, croquet, hockey, baseball. You get what I'm saying? It probably doesn't produce as much money as baseball, but the game isn't really as enjoyable as it used to be. Even trying to watch the game, you know what I mean? It makes it hard to watch a whole game without seeing a three come from half court.
That's about, yep, you ain't lying about that. Especially Trae Young and all of them. I remember going back to making games that's enjoyable, what you said. I remember last season with Toronto had lost their close game against LA. And it's crazy, like going back to what that coach of the Raptors, Darko said, it was a complete crap. Or how they call all those unnecessary ass fouls when that's hard in any contact, even though. Now, as much as I've been, I a couple times I've been going back to, like, the plays and stuff, and it's hard knowing in no contact, even on connected to on the players and stuff. I probably say free throws is a problem too, especially on LA end. But like going back to what you said about, go ahead, my fault.
I was gonna say it has been so many more whistles in this game than it has ever been since probably. The numbers seem like they're raising. The texts seem like they're giving out because, I mean, I understand at the end of the day, the referees have a job to do just like basketball players have a job to do, and they have to please both the fans and make sure that the game is going smooth as possible in real time. I clearly understand that type of stuff, you know what I mean? But what we can't justify is allowing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know the last time a team actually missed out from having a bunch of injured players, like the Golden State Warriors in 2010. Was it? You don't remember? I meant Golden State Warriors.
I haven't watched Golden State in 2010. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What's my boy name? You had basically in 2010, I think there was one game towards the end of the seasons that, the Golden State Warriors were already a bad team. I think. Don't quote me on it. You probably could pull it up. But they were the worst team in the league, and they only had like 1, 2, probably maybe 3 games left. And the team, I'll keep on bringing up the Warriors because the Warriors have a crazy history. That's why they're a dynasty now. But they struggled in the past, but now they're a dynasty now. The Golden State Warriors were on their last 2 to 3 games or something like that, and they were down to a 9-man roster. Well, you have to have so many players to play due to either injury or being suspended. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that's the actual last time that I've seen personally in my lifetime a team have so many less players on the roster. I understand that you call them up from the G League now and the D League. The D League, or you could call them up from, other divisions or whatnot, or sign them for a free agent to fill up that 15-man roster.
Right.
Back then, it used to be so hard for a team to maintain their roster. I would like to see a roster turnover for the simple fact you got players that are getting suspended for what they supposed to get suspended for. You know what I'm saying? Or if they do give a flagrant 1 foul and proceed to give more flagrant fouls, they're out. They're done for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I miss those days. But I don't mean keep on blowing your whistle while you in the game and slowing the game down, because some people actually want to enjoy the game.
Exactly. Then all these unnecessary ass texts that have been given out. I remember it was about a month, like about 4 weeks ago. It was Golden State playing, and then it was this and this dude, I forgot what his name is. He kind of the white dude that played for Golden State, kind of like Dante DiVincenzo a little bit, but just more help. He messed around and got attacked because that he saw water being spilled on the court. Like, they gave him a attack for no reason because he pointed out some water that was on spill on the court. That's one example.
Yeah. They got people who make sure that stuff can get cleaned up. I don't think he would have done it intentionally because he know how it is to play basketball on a slippery court. But yeah, that is some unnecessary thing. I think I seen recently this year. What's his name? What's my boy name for Minnesota Timberwolves? Got attacked for flexing on the sideline. And I was like, yeah, I know you seen that.
I like, man, like just for flexing on the sideline, like, bro. Then on top of that, I'll go with my fault.
And other good news, I want to be able to say that there are some things other than basketball that some people can't relate to. And I mean, feeling blessed. I forgot to mention that. We talk so much about basketball, but we have to remember, in days like this, we are still blessed. How you woke up feeling today, man?
Woke up feeling fine, pretty much. Even though that I don't know how the day will go, but it's all about to me it's all about remain positive throughout. Whether if it's something big or something small that might try to negatively affect it, but if you overcome it with positivity, then the day will pretty much go smooth. Now I say that it be times that what I do, like, wake up angry and stuff, and a lot of people can't like a lot of other people can't relate to it. I wake up pretty much angry and stuff, and pretty much just be mad at the world and shit. But certain people do be trying their best to find a way to end the day on a positive note, because nowadays it's not like it. Nowadays it's more like it's not how you start, it's how you finish, pretty much. Cause waking up
I would still give my day a good positive outlook. I know a lot of people tend to apply that to, how I feel like that's more to when you're working towards something, if you're trying to progress.
Right.
But my mindset is, if I start with that good feeling about my day, regardless of my outlook or whatnot towards other things, if I could keep a positive mindset, it would definitely be a refreshing thing, especially with all the things going on. Recently, in the city that I reside, here in Alabama, I was thinking about all the people that died here early on in the New Year's, and how, I'm able to wake up and not be one of those mistaken identities. And it's been a good thing. So I just got to rationalize my thoughts. Even, I get angry too. And it's been one of those blessed feelings I just feel like you mentioned, it's not how you start, but how you finish. Yeah, but if you never started, then you can't have nobody else help you finish. You know what I mean? Like, you should start it at least to have somebody to carry the torch if, it ever comes your time. I'm not saying if it comes your time. Like, it is your time. But I'm saying, like, if it ever comes your time, just start with a good, refreshing day or peace of mind, and be able to carry it on the way. Like, you never know who's having a bad day. Just being able to give somebody else the chance to smile about something, laugh, a little giggle.
Right.
That stuff is refreshing. I mean, it's pretty refreshing. I look at my son every day, and for him to do what he do, he's pretty cool. Pretty cool guy.
You hear that, Makai? Yep,
Yeah.
you right about that though. But like you said, people might have bad days and stuff, and then somebody be able to still be able to smile through it. It's all about how you treat a person, especially like somebody who you might somebody that you might see walking across the street, or you walk by somebody on the sidewalk, and then they'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And you be like, "They're like, nigga, fuck off, fuck out here." All right, man, you don't just you don't do it, people.
Yeah.
Most of
Some of those
most
things.
things. Oh,
I'd
go
say
ahead. My fault.
some people should play it safe, because I ain't trying to play a racial thing going, but we got a lot of young people, that tend to not have that same upcoming as some older people, or whatever their
Mhm.
borderline is. Some people can be in households where all they can do is learn how to respect another person, because they know how it feels to go without, and what they have is respect for another person. You know what I mean? Like, and I know a lot of
Exactly.
people who have money and don't have respect for nobody. But depending on that situation, respect, treat others right, wake up. I know my wife, she been waking up pretty much. She's been on the good side of things. I know she have her moment and things like that, but she's been better lately too. So it's just some real stuff to think about out there. And it's not just about, when you first wake up. It's also throughout the day, and when you get at the end of your day. Do you pray? Do you wake up? Do you do it 3 times a day? Do you, at least try to make sure that you're in good spirit? You know what I mean? Like, that's always the challenge people face. And we got to
Yep.
be more concerned with the person next to us, because we don't want other folks affected by the attitude that is negative.
That's another part that needs to be talked about too. Cause like you like go with somebody and stuff, or you hang around a friend, and then you be like, "Hey, what's going on? How's your day going?" and shit. And then then that's like what they been pissed off about. They try to fit that shit on you, and have you looking confused and shit. Like, what the fuck did I do you for you to just lash that anger on me? Like, whatever the fuck you was pissed off about, you take that shit on whatever that made you mad. I only came here to got doing at least got done chill you up or something, man. Cause I don't know what I did to you. Cause if I did something to you, it's only right for you to tell me what I did, so I can correct what I did that was wrong.
Yeah, you still need to apply that yin and yang to bring balance to everything that is seeming, like it's off. I mean, we don't want everybody to have the wrong energies and having other people feeling some type of way, because I know too many people that be vocal. I know I have my moments where I may come off rough, but I typically have good intentions about what I do for others or around others. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Exactly.
been the thing.
Exactly. So, but you're right though. Sometimes it's only right to try to pray about it because not everybody is it's like you said, everybody hasn't come up the same way. But at the end of the day, it's about being able to maintain a good heart and still treat people or other people right, regardless if you are struggling or you not, because that blessing that you that you prayed for and stuff, it might come to you right then, but it will soon enough. But at the end of the day, it's about how you carry yourself and how you treat other people.
Right.
Because you do good to people and stuff, that good will come back to you in many ways. It's all about having faith that things will work out for sure.
I'm asking that. I just say that because what you read about the thought of the day, some people don't actually take consideration of what has been said. I want you to reread that and make sure you tell us exactly what you said. Do that again for me after you
I,
cool with that.
oh no, I'm not at all, man, because cannot go wrong with the word of God. Jehovah's Witnesses be at the door, but all right, Hebrews 12:14, and say, strive for peace with everyone and for the holiness without which no one will see the Lord.
Regardless, I tell you also this, regardless of what your faith is, as long as you believe in a higher power, you can't go wrong and finding yourself. I feel that
Right.
everybody has that feeling of a higher entity, regardless of what they feel is not their blessing or sermon. We cannot be the type of people to focus on what other people's faith are, but based off intentions of doing good by others, regardless of what their faith is. I know a lot of people come off and may say that I'm wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
I beg you, pardon those people you feel that do not understand. Because just like you didn't understand, you can always be taught yourself a lesson and it will help you along the way. Some people are over modest, some people are below modest. They
Mm-hmm.
have intentions of doing good. Some people have intentions of doing bad. Some people just want to do right regardless of what they, possess. So we got to be able to understand, treat people great, do great things, keep God in your heart. Bear in mind that you got to love others with much respect and dignity.
Right.
And
Cause that day when your number is called, shit, can't take nothing with you. Can't take a dog with you. You can't take a fingernail with you. No, can't take 5 cents with you. No, you just when your time is up,
can't
it's
take
up.
Popeyes with you. Can't take KFC. Can't take Sam's Club membership. You can't take none of that, my boy.
none of that.
Not even that Dasani water that you think you like.
Yep.
Nah, it be like that really though. You got to be mindful of the situations that you put yourself in, and it's still about regardless of what you go through. Treat others right. Treat others right. Keep your faith in God. Keep your head held high. Talk to Him, and make sure you let other people express themselves in a way that it does. If it shows respect, don't feel nothing negative towards it.
Right. It's a quote
Hey,
from it's a quote from Bill Weathers from the song I used to know is just the two of us, and then it was a part that says good things come to those who wait. Pretty
right.
much my
I
favorite
was gonna say
quote.
this.
Pretty much.
I was gonna say I always put that inside one of the poems that I had. Good things come to those who surely awake, like us who prevailed through those times.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be hard to want to actually sit things out and not have the motion that you want to have, or have things contributed from God that you feel that you deserve. But you got to be able to wait. You got to wait, because it'll come to you eventually, and you're going to feel it's like a reward. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know the thing about reward and award? An award, I think I seen this on TV. Award is man-made. A reward is something given by God. So you have to be able to take from it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I always
Yeah.
thought it's the same. I always thought they're like the same thing, but like, but like now it's a different meaning to it. It's deep.
You definitely, man, you got to be able to differentiate that. I know I seen it somewhere. I don't know whoever the pastor that was that said that, but credit to him. It's a difference between, it's definitely a difference between awards and rewards. You know what I mean? Because I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel rewarded by man a lot of times I go through things. You know what I mean? I may get a award, but that award is so temporarily. You know what I mean? Like, a
Yeah.
reward is something that is like gifted, and is something much earnest. You feel more deep about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I always felt different about it.
Yep. I probably say one reward I could put it as an example is a woman who is God fearing as just like you. Somebody who is too afraid, somebody who isn't afraid to tell you things about God and stuff. Reciting Bible scriptures and shit. That's probably pretty much one example though. But people, this has been a brand new episode of Buster on the Weekend here. I'm very glad that everyone enjoyed the episode. This is MC Buster and my co-host Nigel, and tune in for a future episode as we bring in a guest for the first time. Be on the lookout for that as on next week's episode, and the end of the month is supposed. We will see y'all next time. Peace. All right.